Hey everybody, thank you for clicking. It is almost February, which means it's time to be planning for spring. I fully intended to let our hens hatch out their own eggs this year, go broody, sit on the eggs. However, we lost one to a predator, and I only have 2 left. So I did not want to sacrifice my productivity just to have them sit on the eggs, although that is my preference. So I broke down, got a new incubator, the Maticoopx Incubator. I looked at reviews, checked prices, and just found a balance between the two. This is one I found on Amazon. Don't know if it's good, don't know if it's bad. We're just gonna give it a shot and see what happens. We will start eggs in the next 2 to 3 days. So I'm gonna get it set up, which means I need to unbox it. I just want to show you guys what I ended up with, so let's take a look. All right, so here's what I got. Again, the Maticoopx, I guess is how you pronounce it, automatic digital incubator. This one has a lot of standard features that a lot of the newer incubators have. It was around $138, I believe, when I purchased it. Some of the ones you can get cheaper, around $100. They are missing maybe a feature or two that this one has. But I got this one pretty standard. You got your humidity display, you got your temperature display. It's got an automatic egg turner trays in there, so you don't have to have a separate egg turner. It's got your external water well so that you can add water to it, and this one counts down the days to hatch, and it also has the automatic stop turner. So when you get to the 3 days before your eggs are supposed to hatch, when it's time to stop turning them, it will automatically stop turning them for you, which is a pretty neat feature. This one does have a built-in candler, which some of the $100 incubators I looked at did not have. Went ahead and decided to spring for the candler, really more for the kids than anything. This is a feature I'm kind of skeptical about, because with the brown eggs it can be hard to penetrate that shell with the light enough for you to see what's going on. So this is something that I'm interested to test out and see what happens with it. See if it's actually bright enough to candle a brown egg. So yeah, like I said, pretty much standard features, but this one's about $138. I know some of the $100 ones that I looked at did not have the candler built in. Some of them didn't have the automatic stop for the egg turner. But I just went through and found a good balance of features along with decent reviews. That is a huge thing for me. There's a lot of reviews for different ones that I looked at, and none of them were perfect. There's always some bad products with any of them, but this was a good balance between price and review, so hopefully it's going to work out for us. Okay, so this is the table that I'm going to sit my incubator on. I got it over here against this wall. Now notice here I've got a baseboard heater right here along this wall. I'm not going to put my incubator over there, over that heater. You want to make sure your incubator is in a place with a pretty stable temperature. With the heat coming on and off from that, I'm afraid it'll make the temperature of my incubator fluctuate. I don't want to do that. You want it in a pretty stable environment, no major drafts or breezes, no major heat fluctuations like that. So we want it to be pretty stable. So I'm going to put it over here. That should be far enough away from it to keep it from going out of whack. But let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have inside. Alright, now here's one thing that I noticed right off, that a lot of reviews that I saw, relatively a lot of them, suggested keeping these plastic incubators in the original styrofoam packaging. We do not have any styrofoam packaging in here, which that was my intention, was to just keep the bottom styrofoam on it to help control the temperature, but well, Houston, we have a problem. There's no packaging in there, no styrofoam. Set this to the side. Should be everything. Here's our instruction booklet. Who needs that? Just move this over and take a look at it. Another reason that I went with this model is because everything's on top. I looked at some that were pretty neat. The displays and everything were in the front, so you could see in the incubator through all this. This wasn't in the way of you watching the chicks hatch. Unfortunately, I also read a lot of reviews that caused some problems with cleaning it. I don't know if that's the case or not. I've not tried one of them, but I decided to err on the side of caution and get one with everything up top, so that it was going to be easier to clean everything down here. There weren't going to be any mechanisms in the way. Now, I noticed that the packaging here is not fabulous. All my turners are just kind of scattered around. Alright, so this goes to the egg turner. Alright, so if you can see, I don't think you can, but it's labeled here, power supply and egg turner. So this would plug in here, and then your power supply is going to go into this port right here. Okay, so here's the base. This little piece goes with the egg turner. It fits down in this little slot here. Yeah, so it's going to move back and forth. The top part of it goes in this little slot up here to guide it. And then this will move back and forth to turn the eggs. The trays are made, you have one little peg on this side and you have two on this side. These longer ones on top fit into these slots. That shorter peg is going to go into the slot of this rail, and this rail is what's going to turn that egg tray. Alright, so our egg trays are set up, and then you see here, this is where your water well is on this side. Alright, so you got your water well here. There are two wells. This one has a little cover on it. Number one, you're going to put the water in, and it's going to come and fill up this section here. Number two, you put here, and it's going to come in and fill up this remaining space, it looks like. I'm not sure if this one is supposed to have a little cover or not. This side did. This side did not. So I don't know if that's intentional, but alright. Turn this back around this way so I can get to my cord. So I'm going to go ahead and put this lid back on. I'm going to plug this into the egg turner part of it. I'm going to plug this from the power supply, from the power cord, into the power supply port. Now I should be able to plug this up and turn it on. Alright, so we have power. Let's see if you can see this. So 72.5 degrees Fahrenheit is climbing, 73, 55% humidity, 21 days to to hatch. It has a few simple instructions over here on how to set your temperature, your hatch day, test the egg turner. Yep, egg turner works. And I just did that by pushing that plus. And you see those egg trays turn. So far so good. The candler, let's test that. I'm very curious to see how that does. I'll be right back. Let me go get an egg. These are not super dark brown eggs, but I am going to find one that's got a pretty dark brown shell here. I've definitely had some darker eggs, but these still, this will be a task to candle with the things that I've used in the past, the LED lights and stuff that I've tried to candle with. I got some that are a little bit lighter. You can see the difference. These are from the same breed of hen, but the color varies. I'm going to put these aside. So I have one brown egg here. Let's see. Press this once. Oh my gosh! All right, let's let me get my vision back. That is definitely bright. Beware. I close my eyes and I still see a little circle. Let's go ahead and put that egg on the candler. And let's push that again. Alright. So that looks pretty good. Obviously not as translucent as a white egg is going to be, but I think with the brightness of that we should be able to tell what is happening even in this brown egg pretty easily. And I'll update you. I'll give you guys some videos on some hatch updates so you can see the progress in these eggs as well. I think that'll be something cool to look at. So overall, everything looks good. Everything seems to be working. Temperature's already up to 83.5. My humidity on here has dropped, but of course I have no water in there. So it all looks good. Let's let it run, let the temperature come up to speed, and within the next 2 to 3 days I am going to have this thing set up with some eggs in it, and we're going to hatch out some chickens. Alright, well that's it for today with this unboxing of the Maticoopx Incubator. Not a test, not a review yet, just taking it out, see what it looks like. It looks pretty good, so be sure to like and subscribe so you can see the following videos and see if we can actually get it to hatch some eggs. We'll talk to you next time.